Hi everyone, I welcome you all to the next lesson, that is rule of law. Now let's just understand what basically this concept of rule of law basically say. First thing is that all the governments are governed by the principle of laws and not by the men. Second thing is this concept of rule of law was propounded by Sir Edward Coke, who was the CGI in the James I reign. Thirdly, this concept of rule of law was also incorporated by Dicey in his book The Law and the Constitution in 1885. Not only this, even the rule of law is applicable on the kings, because they are also the one who are bound to follow the law and are not supreme. Now, according to Dicey, there were three ideas or three categories of rule of law. First one being the supremacy of law, second one equality before the law, and the third one was your predominance of legal spirit. Now when we talk about this concept of supremacy of law, now this basically says that law is supreme, no one is above the law. As I have already told you that even the king was required to follow the law. Now in this there was a concept that says that wherever there was a discretionary power, there was a room for arbitrariness. This was the ideology of Dicey with respect to the supremacy of the law. Not only this, it said that the Englishmen were governed by the law and law itself, and thus they were only punishable for anything that they had done against the law and not for anything else. Now if there would not be supremacy of law, then in that particular case a system of monarchy will be developed, where the freedom of the individual will be suppressed to the next level. So this is whole concept of supremacy of law that was propounded by Dicey. Second categorization we come to is the equality before the law. Now even in Indian Constitution we see that Article 14 to Article 18 talks about the right to equality. Now this thing basically means that every person is equal in the eyes of law. Every person should be granted the equal protection of the law. Every person is equal before the law. Now, according to Dicey, the concept was basically that every person, be it ordinary citizen or be it government official or be it person in a higher position, every one of them are subject to the ordinary law of the land. All of them are basically governed by the ordinary courts. So in that particular case, like let's suppose that there is a dispute between the government official and an ordinary citizen. So in that particular case, now both of them will have to come to the ordinary court in order to get the dispute settled. There will be no special courts that will be formed for the government officials. But in France, there was a concept of droit administratif, which basically stated that there will be special tribunals made for the government official. And Dicey was the one who highly criticized this concept. He said that if there will be difference in the courts that will be for the government officials or for the ordinary citizen, then what is the point for making the equality before the law? So this was the concept, this was the thought or the idea that the Dicey had with respect to the equality before the law. Third thing that comes into existence is the predominance of legal spirit. Now what does this mean? Now India is a country which is having a written constitution. All our rights are defined in the constitution. But what about the country where the constitution is unwritten, like United Kingdoms? Britain is a country where the rules are not written down. So over there the rights basically emerge as a result of the cases that are decided before the court. So that is why in case of India, it is very easy for us to basically amend the constitution. But in case of United Kingdom, this concept is really difficult. Now, moving on, that these were the three things that were told up by the Dicey, that in rule of law, he basically categorized into three categories. First being the supremacy of law, second being the equality before the law, and third being the predominance of legal spirit. Now let's understand the positives and the negative of the ideology of the Dicey. If we talk about the positive aspects, there were majorly three positive aspects that was of the ideology of Dicey. First being that he was of the idea this concept of rule of law basically led to the growth of the administrative law in England. Second is that the concept of rule of law, according to Yardley, was also one of the most important constitutional safeguard that was needed at that point of time. And thirdly, rule of law also played a very important role to keep the administrative tribunals within their bounds so that they work within their jurisdiction and do not exceed it. On the other hand, there were certain limitations also to it. First being that Dicey was the one who basically confused the concept of discretionary power and arbitrariness. What was to be excluded was arbitrariness and not discretionary power, but rather he said that wherever discretion comes into existence, there will be a room for arbitrariness. Not only this, even Dicey said that the concept of rule of law was not prevalent in United Kingdoms, but on the other hand, Wade said that no, the concept of rule of law was still prevalent in this country of UK even in the 1885. There were a number of cases where the authority used its discretionary power in order to give the judgment for various cases. So that means that the rule of law was still in existence in United Kingdoms. So this is all about the concept of rule of law. In the next lesson, we will be understanding the concept of rule of law from the Indian perspective.